Hello, everybody. Um, so I am going live. I'm Tyrone Milade going live because, yeah, I just feel like people can use a little bit of encouragement. Um, we got word that D'Angelo passed today. I've just gotten a few pings where people are like, oh my gosh, D'Angelo passed today. And I'm like, yeah, D'Angelo passed today. Let me make sure. Yeah. And of course, it's tragic that he passed, but it feels even more tragic because, um, we know his connection to Angie Stone. They have a child together, and she passed last year. Diane Keaton passed the other day. There's a lady who I know in my local community has, been dealt the blow of another death, a major death in her family. So, it's people that are famous and well known, but also it's a lot going on. So I just wanted to come on and offer some love. I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna do a reading, see what we can get. Actually, I think I'm gonna no, I'm gonna stick with these decks. This deck right here. Um, yeah, everything just feels so tense right now. So we're just asking the oracle to give us a word of wisdom. And if you're out there, let me know who you are, how you're doing. And yeah, we're just going to do a reading really quickly. Hello, how are you, Janice? Okay, so the first card that I pulled is I pulled the Uzumi card. Uzumi. Uzumi. So I love this card. This is the first card in this deck. It's definitely something about new beginnings. And, it's just something that a lot of us may find that we are on the brink of. I don't see how anybody alive right now is not doing something new, feeling like they need to take a new approach, have a new way. But the thing about this particular card is there's something about being more childlike. And I can actually really relate to this because it's important for us um to a certain degree return to being childlike. I just kind of feel like we're always trying to figure things out. We've lost the magic of living. And Uzumi reminds us to be more in tune with the part of ourselves that believes in possibility, you know? And I can think about the passing of D'Angelo, in my opinion, who was young. Diane Keaton, 79, that's respectable. Um, the person who I'm thinking about, it's a child, an adult child though. I just think that for us, when we are looking at how hard the world is and people transitioning out, how we can make sure that to a certain degree we remember life is fleeting. Life is fleeting. And we this is what I did after my mom passed. I was just like, I'm gonna live fully, as full as I can for me and my mom, you know? So I just feel like this gives us like a renewal, a commitment. Now, when people pass, we're gonna grieve. It's gonna be hard. All the things that we feel, that's something that we don't need to try to escape. We don't want to bypass that. But by the same token, it's sobering. It's very, very sobering because I'm telling you, in my mind, it's special. It's very, very special to be here and be in this space-time continuum. I have to remind myself, as crazy as things seem in the world, if I truly was about to breathe my last breath, I bet you I would be like, "Ah." I don't know if I'm ready to go, you know? So let me see if she has anything else. Oh, Uzumi is the wild woman. Uzumi is the wild woman. So, yeah. How can you tap into your wild woman right now? What does she even look like? Do you even know what your wild woman looks like? Huh? Tap into your wild woman. Hmm. She also represents a level of freedom, a level of freedom. Yeah. Okay. The next card is the love card. The way I'm going to interpret this particular card, it has to do with emotions. Actually, the second card also is a water card. Um, it's definitely being in touch with our emotions, being in touch with our intuition. Um, and a lot of it is around also self love. So I just encourage you to think about what is it that you need to do in order to love yourself a little bit more. Maybe you can offer yourself some care, some love, some concern, you know. Yeah, even just give yourself a hug, perhaps. Take a bath, drink some water, go to bed early. What is it that you can do? I also want you to open yourself up to receiving love and receiving a blessing of some sort, because this second card is definitely about, actually, it's a new beginnings card. Very, very interesting. Two cards that are all about, you know, something at new. Um, but this one is about an emotional breakthrough. So maybe for some people out there right now, that's something that could be happening. Maybe it's an emotional healing that needs to take place. It's also important for you to nourish yourself right now with the world just being kind of rough. But I really do feel that there is some blessing. And maybe, as I think about how challenging it is right now, um, it's like how did D'Angelo bless you? How did Diane Keaton, Malcolm Jamal, or whoever it is? Or maybe it's just time for us to count our blessings. I think that would be another way to look at it. So that's what I have for you all. All right, take care.